Welcome back, guys and girls, to Dad's Toy Garage. Today is Land Cruiser quarter panel day. I know you can buy these quarter panels, but my budget says I have to make it. So I'm going to try something I read about, and I think it should work, honestly. We're going to be using a projector and some craft paper and some masking tape and a pair of scissors. And we're going to be making templates for this, and then we'll be making these out of 16 gauge. So let's get into this, let's have some fun, and let's try something new and creative, and let's get her done. And my daughter will be helping with this. So let's get crafty. Can you see all of me in the camera?
Yeah.
Alright, so the plan is, grab some materials here. I've got enough of these craft papers. We're going to line them all up on here. My daughter's going to be helping me tape these in place. We'll line them up. We'll get them on the lines in here. And I need this arch is the big thing. And this is someone's homemade, schmade or MacGyvered. I think this is out of a street sign. I really don't know, but it looks like street sign, which is cool for the look of this vehicle. But we're going to make this thing nicer. And I need quarters and I need rockers. So I've downloaded a couple pictures from the internet with brand new fresh quarter panels and rockers, and we're going to set that up on the video projector once we got this paper set up, and then we'll get my daughter in there tracing the proper shape out, and we will have our pattern to put onto a piece of 16 gauge steel. So first thing we're going to do is put this paper on there and get it all lined up, get it ready to go. So let's roll. Alright, do you want to stand here? Actually, do you want to put some tape on?
No.
Okay, we're going to have to back this up a bit. Let's take it off. Do you want to loosen off your tape? Okay, let's get this lined up. And we'll slide it down. And get this. If this is straight here, then get the back nice and tight on there. Lift it up a bit. Is it right on the groove? You want a little bit of that edge showing? Right there. You can hold it there. Okay. I'm going to tape this corner down here. Do one here on this bodged up weld. I think we're straight there. How are we looking here? Alright, that'll work really nice. You want to put a tape on here? Tape it right down. Do you need me to show you how to rip tape?
No.
Oh, good. Then make it as flat as possible. Rub it down good. Do you want to show us what we got? You can talk, it's fine. You're shy, that's fine. So actually check this out, ladies and gentlemen. We got this paper, and it literally almost fits down here. So we'll probably just add a little bit to the bottom if we find we need it. And then we're going to go wrap it around the corner. I'm going to have to just cut around these tie-down hooks here because the screws are rusted in. I wanted to grind them off, but we only have one set of earmuffs in the shop at this point. So we'll attach the next paper on here, and once we got that done, we can set up the projector. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've realized something, and I should have seen this right away. If you take the paper and turn it this way, it's full length. I don't have to try and puzzle in little pieces, and we'll use 3 sheets, and it'll work really good. So we're going to change orientation here. We're going to take this one off, but I think what we should do you want to come here, miss? I need you to draw with Sharpie like I showed you. Get it nice and tight in there. And do it down here. We'll mark it out real good. Okay, can you peel that paper off gently? We might need some. We'll need it somewhere else, but we'll start with a fresh one. Okay. Okay, you want to come tape this?
Daddy, look how small it is.
Perfect. I'm trying to get this top nice and level. Okay, put a tape right here. Yeah. straight down. Tear it and then just right down to a good hold like that. You do a little bit wider like this, okay? You want to do one right here in the middle.
I'm wrecking your car.
That's okay. I'm gonna wreck it lots before we fix it. Here,
You're gonna color all over it.
I'm gonna color it in green and gray. You wanna hold this paper right here?
Daddy, you're gonna make it orange and black and all the worst colors.
What if we like all those colors?
No, all the worst colors that you don't.
Okay, let's get our next sheet. Okay, let's see if you can get it lined up. You go stick it on the truck. Where do you think it should go? Don't drop it though, okay? I want to keep it as straight as possible. So just do nicer patterns.
Yeah.
Let's have it overlap. Let's have it overlap maybe this much. Let's try that. Let's have it lined up with that mark. And then we'll get the back lined up here.
It's like a horse.
It's a horse?
Yeah. Because this is the thing. This is the foot, and then it has the parade thingies on it.
The parade thingies.
Yeah.
Well, now let's tape it down. Do you want to tape it? Put one across this way. Ed, do another one here. Good. We'll do a nice job. Because once it's on there, it can rip. What are you drawing?
Me and you.
Oh. So their muscles are my muscles or what?
No, mine.
You have like 2 muscles on each
Yeah.
arm. Wow, that's strong.
And then you are very weak.
Oh. And she's giving me artwork. Tell us what you've written here. Where does this
I
start?
don't like YouTube. Why don't you not like YouTube? Because of the weird shows.
Okay. All right. Do you want to back up for a second, dear? So we've got our paper template on here, and I'm not sure if this door is accurate in the back, so I've just made it go farther. I've had to cut around the tie-down hooks. So the next thing we're going to do is set up the projector, which I've got over here on my laptop. And hopefully we can get it, hopefully we're at the right distance, or we're going to have to turn this thing in the shop. All right, here's what I got going. I've got the quarter panel on the laptop and the projector here aimed on here. So let's flip the lights. And now, this will help with having another light here. So virtually I've got a little spotlight here. You can see everything is lined up to perfection. I'm going to draw the line along the bottom of the quarter panel, or I'm going to draw that line, and the field door is different on this. This must be an 80s model or so. That's different, but everything else is going to be good for my purpose. So this is the shape I need for the quarter panel. You can see here that's how too much low this is. And I did the tape here because it's easier to curve around. That'll be the cut point. And I think right about here is where it stops. So I'm gonna get a rear view now from the back to figure out how wide it is from this angle here. It might just drop straight down, but I gotta get that curve, and then some of it we'll have to kind of figure out ourselves, because it kind of comes up, does a little jog around the light and something like that. So that'll be next part of the project. So I've cut off, this is supposed to be bolted on, as you can tell, but you can see along here there's welds, so I cut it off. This bolt literally snapped. There's a lot of reusable here and some that'll need a rebuild in here, but I got patterns that I can make stuff. So now I can go and make the rocker panel right away. And I'm not sure if this one ends in this range. I think it probably follows this flange here. So I will have to do a little research on the internet and see where that has to end. All right, so while I'm at making quarter panels, I'm gonna use that same photograph to get the rocker panels right for the height and everything. I've got it lined up now. So I'm gonna get a paper in there, just gonna drop it on there and trace that shape. I will cut it out, and then at that point, once it's cut out, I'll re-overlay it onto there and we'll be able to work off of it. But if you look at it here, you can see the outline is pretty much spot on in all of these places with the bolts. You can see it's a different model here because it's a different handle, but the door lines up in this range. So we got my rocker panel height set. So we'll get a paper on there and we'll take a look at it. All right, you can see it with the craft paper hung on there. Let's get the light on here just so you can see where everything lines up. There you go. The craft paper, light, we got our pattern there. Right along here, you can see my shadowed thumb. That's where the running board's gonna run, I think. But, and then we're gonna have to run a line here that kind of follows this, because this model has it running there. There's a little difference the later they get, I believe. All right, I have made progress. We've got the quarter side profile done. I've got my rocker panels laid out, and including, you can see where the step's gonna go in that area. So the bottom of the yellow tape here and the top of yellow tape there. And then there's a cut line here for the 74 model year. That's where that lines up. And then I also have the bottom of this section, which is shot 2. So we got patterns. I gotta get the back done now, like we talked about earlier. All right, let's drill these out. You wanna drill that one out there? Get in the center and drill until it comes out. Push hard. No, you're not through yet. You'll know when you get it, the thing pops out. Okay, see, now you got it, the thing popped out, and then you just, we gotta take it off, you slide it on there. Okay, go do the next one. Well, I got a little antsy. I have the metal coming, but I wanted to take this off. This is all literally pop riveted on. Got the panel sitting here. So this is gonna be deconstruction for the next little while, now that we got that stuff figured out in terms of patch material and stuff, so that I can start fitting the new stuff on. That's original Toyota steel with angle brackets in there. And yeah, they also braced up so the roll bar wouldn't fall through. Got bracing in there in these areas where these supports were. I think they rusted through, and rusted through. So once I get the templates off of here, I can start disassembling. I'll run a brace across on the top from there to there, and then we'll pull off this piece, and this is all wrapped around not Toyota material. We'll run a brace across, and then we'll weld that. It's going to be welded to the top of the bed sides, and then we'll weld an upright to each of these, and probably one to keep it from spreading apart when I cut it apart. And we're going to take the top off before we do any of that, and take out the roll bar and the seat. It gives us lots of room to work. Everything's out of the way. Everything's been marked out. I've got marking here that is probably going to go away, but we've outlined it and I know where everything's supposed to sit. So I can take this off with confidence and put it back on with confidence. And that has always been the plan. So I gotta cut this thing out yet. You can see where all my cut lines are gonna be. We're gonna hang it on the wall for tonight. I got a nice peg wall. We'll put that away. I'll get the quarter panel one off of here, We'll get the rocker panel one off of here, and trim that one up when we're at that point. But all of this has got to go. We'll have like this much left, and then we'll be welding the new quarter to that I'm going to be making. So let's get her done.